mean, I think 5 years from now, this is just going to be a joke that it was even like an opposite case would have been considered. You know, a non-lab leak theory would have even been considered. And the same thing goes for global warming. It's this exact same thing. You know, science is funded by national science grants. Or was it?
Yeah,
But
from the government. Yeah, largely
from the
from the
government,
government.
right? And there's so many projects tied to this global warming, hypothesis that, they've circled the wagons around this. And then this circling of the wagons is in itself seen as evidence, the
Yes.
famous 97%, then you're threatening the process of science itself. You're
Yeah.
not. You're threatening, the funding base of science. I don't know. It just seems really terrible that, I put in the comment in the chat, if something is incredibly small or incredibly big, that your average person can't apply their common sense to it, you can grift on it. If you
Yeah,
need a special expertise to understand this phenomenon, it just opens the door to, grifting.
it does, but I'm also skeptical of how powerful the emotions that are developed when I think of the possibility that this was a lab leak. I mean, it feels so good. It feels so good, and it also feels so good that to think that global warming is a hoax and a conspiracy. Like it would just justify my rage at all these categories of people who part of me think are playing a game and have rigged the game and have run a giant con in their own best interests and against the public interest. Like I just start getting filled
No, okay.
with rage as I think about it.
So basically, what you've done is you've over inoculated yourself. Pardon the vaccine metaphor. You've over inoculated yourself against the possibility of there ever being a conspiracy.
No,
Right?
I just want to
You're
be
such.
aware of the emotional tug that one side has for me. Like I get no emotional payoff if COVID turns out to have natural origins. Right? That does nothing for me emotionally. It does nothing for my show. It does nothing for my worldview. It does nothing for me. On the other hand, if COVID was from a lab leak, I could build 500 shows on that.
Mm.
It's just so appealing to me.
And your fear of success, your under earning kicks in. You're saying, "There's no way I'm going there. I don't want a big successful show, so I'm not going to go there."
No, I just remember the number of women that I inserted myself inside of when that really probably wasn't in either their best interest or my own. And like, I'm just dying to insert myself inside the lab leak hypothesis and the, global warming is a hoax hypothesis. Like it feels so good. Just like, this woman with E-cup breasts, I just, couldn't wait to take her to bed, but it wasn't necessarily in my best interest or hers.
Fair
It
enough.
felt
I
so
like
good.
how,
Felt
I
so
like how
good.
I like how you return to the essentials.
Yeah.
You know. Now,
But
what if COVID emerged in a place that didn't have an Institute of Virology in China?
yeah, if it was
And,
just natural origins, then
yeah,
I get no emotional payoff. I get
yeah.
no orgasm out of that. It does nothing for me. I don't build shows. I don't build blog posts. I don't build a philosophy of life. I don't develop principles for decoding reality. Like I get nothing. I am just left empty, but not empty in a good way.
You're depleted of essence.
I have depleted of essence, but not with the pleasure that usually comes with being depleted of essence.